as far as my sales growth by over 250%. I'm expecting on doing close to $5 to $6 million gross this year just off of his training. Again, call with your email address and we'll give you a program that others have paid dearly to receive. 800 500.
We're getting right in there.
500 8320. That's 800 500 8320. Paid for by Power Sales University.
This is Patriot. Conservative principles live here. I believe that my life was saved that day in Butler for a very good reason. I was saved by God to make America great again. I believe that. This is Sirius XM Patriot.
Exposes them to deportation. Venezuelans were granted temporary protected status during the Biden administration, allowing people
I'm back.
in the U.S. to live and work legally because of unsafe conditions in their native countries. The Trump administration also wants to deport migrants from Cuba, Haiti, and Nicaragua. Greg Clugston, Washington. The House Budget Committee.
Let's see how well this goes.
Trump's legislative agenda with a sweeping bill clearing a key hurdle. Still more votes in another committee set to come this week. Speaking with reporters, House Speaker Mike Johnson says he is optimistic.
I told all the members on a conference call this morning that this is a consensus building operation. It's been a bottom-up process. That was what everybody wanted. That's what we delivered, and we're almost there.
All right. Started on that.
The right equilibrium point to get this bill delivered.
And GOP leadership spent the weekend.
Well, they have to.
The president's tax and spending cuts bill back on track after some intra-party debates over the size of the budget cuts and deficit spending.
All right, we're about to switch it up. We're about to roll, guys.
Storms raked parts of Missouri and Kentucky over the weekend. Dustin Jordan with the National Weather Service says there's more bad weather on the way.
All right, here we go.
What we have is tomorrow afternoon, we're going to have another round of showers and thunderstorms move across the area. Some of those thunderstorms, especially in the average.
Oh. Shit. All right, hang on. Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. Yeah, I am feeling much better. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? What do you want me to put?
Phones, maybe metal. Including what you have in your hand. You can't take this in there. Sorry.
Pocket knife?
You got you're gonna have to put it back in your car. Can't have you in a meeting with that.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I'll be right back.
Buckets back, please?
Huh?
May I have my buckets back, please?
What?
My buckets. I need those.
Oh, sorry. I'll,
Go ahead.
I have a pocket knife with me. I'm gonna drop it off. We have time. I'm waiting for Gray Lakes. He's gonna be here later. Yeah. Oh, I'll wait for you, bud. Here he is. What's up, buddy? Oh, love the camera.
Yeah, my buddy's a repo guy.
Yeah.
He's got like a dozen of them. So he's like, I got one for you. Is it on? I can't put this on.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Only a cop would know that. Hi.
Am I ready? Caitlin, Doc, Caitlin, this is my middle kid.
Yeah.
Looks like it's on. Yeah, it's on. Okay.
What
Who's that?
I had a pocket knife, though.
Oh, yeah. Didn't we do it for metal detector?
Yeah.
This is probably because of me.
Yeah.
Last time we did it.
I just came here for court recently because of road rage incident, and they didn't even check me. But now they are.
Wow.
It's live.
What's it? Oh, you're live. Nice. What's up, everybody? What's up, guys? Been a minute. These people are so stupid here.
Yeah.
I just got done at a CAT meeting for the local 12 to hold their support for two of these numbers that they've supported in the past.
Yeah.
Like, I just hauled right here.
I know. All right.
There you go. Okay, the pocket knives this time. I'm gonna need
No,
that.
sir.
I'm gonna need that.
That.
Ryan, back on through.
What's
You'll have to walk back on through. You have metal on you? There's always one who doesn't listen. Go ahead. Back on through. It's okay. You passed.
all right.
Here we go.
All right.
Add jewelry.
Yeah, and that, and that, and that. You have to go back through that one. Whose phone is this?
That's hers.
That's yours.
So, okay. All right. You're not going to let me go through it until we figure this out.
That goes in there.
Oh, this is mine too. I don't think all that's going to fit in there.
Okay.
He's clear. Whoa.
So
He made it. He made it.
This your phone? Yes. Sir, come on through.
Everyone's leaving but me. Still taking that off? Okay, that your necklace. Are you going to the meeting?
I'm waiting for him.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go.
Do you need my phone on it first, or is it on the table?
Got it all right. All right. I'm going to need you. Okay, this way.
Oh, we're gonna do this again?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry.
Thank you.
Wow. Serpentining.
There
Here we go.
But I would have it in like 2 songs. I did not see it. You are.
Hey, man. How are you? Good, thank you.
I figured I'd Oh, there's really some too. I got to see that. Yeah.
Like in the cloud.
I mean, like, footwear. Yeah.
So maybe
Yes, yes. That's what it's like.
I overestimate how long
Oh, there she is. Good God.
The school be over yesterday. The school be over yesterday.
Chicken. I can. Yeah,
Sports are it's like all
Yeah. Graduation. All the above.
it's good.
So of course I'm just getting up. Like, okay. What? Woman? There's 2 seats right here. I let Sicky at home. Well, here, we say, we have an open one. It's your seat. Yeah. It is. Yes, I know.
Welcome to the Maumee City Council meeting. It is May 19th, 6:15 p.m. Mr. Noonan is excused this evening, and Mr. Harris is with us electronically by phone. So can you hear me, Mr. Harris? Yeah. Thank you. Call the roll, please.
Harris.
Yes.
Kurt.
Yes.
Steinbach.
Yes.
Poppenberger. Yes. Barrow.
Yes.
Fiskus.
Yes. Thank you. We'll stand for the pledge of allegiance, please.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First order of business is our committee of the whole. President.
Thank you, Mayor McDowell. Council, in front of you have your agenda, and first thing I'd like to do actually is make a motion to move item 10B on the consent calendar to new business. 10B, right? It's like a W2s.
10B will be 11E.
Correct.
I'll second that. Second that motion. We'll call the roll on that. B.
B is in bowling.
10B will be 11E. Any further discussion on that? Okay, we'll call the roll on moving that to new business.
Harris.
Yes.
Kurt.
Yes.
Steinbach.
Yes.
Poppenberger. Yes. Barrow.
Yes.
Fiskus.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. And if there's any other questions or concerns on the agenda? Yes, Councilman Martin?
Yes.
Puffenberger, sorry.
So I received the updated resolution for streetlights, and I noticed a couple differences from our last reading. So I had some questions. So I noticed that we are no longer referencing ordinance 16-2024. That was something I specifically asked about last meeting to ensure we weren't raising rates. So I wondered why that was removed.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I think I know the answer to this, but correct me if I'm wrong, if I can help.
It's just a resolution necessity for the assessment, so it didn't need to reference anything else.
Okay, we just left it in last time.
The title, sorry, just make sure it's in the body.
Okay,
Basically separated the resolution from the assessment piece, and the assessment will come as a different proposal.
okay, so then that's why, so why did reference to the ORC leave, and instead we're referencing Maumee Code?
Because it is under Maumee Code that we do assessments. We have our own assessment process.
Okay, so then that was, once again, just, was that part of the two combined the last time? And now that that has changed, it's now changed to the ORC, or was this just wrong for the first reading?
Could have been under, I think previously it said ORC, but that was a mistake. It should have said Maumee Code, so.
Okay.
Any more questions on it?
No, you said the title change was, we were separating it out, so, no, I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other concerns or questions? Haven't seen none. This concludes committee of the whole.
Okay, thank you. We'll move to citizen comments. The meetings of council are business meetings for the purpose of discussion of council and consideration of matters or issues related to the business of Maumee. The purpose of the meeting rules are to promote efficient, orderly, and productive meetings and reduce disruption at the meetings. This meeting of Maumee City Council is a lawful meeting under Maumee Code and the Ohio Revised Code. No person with purpose to prevent or disrupt a lawful meeting shall do any act which obstructs or interferes with the conduct of the meeting. Members of the public are allowed the opportunity to speak under the rules set by council. All comments should be respectful. Council meetings are not the forum for personal attacks. The citizen comment period is meant for matters or issues related to the business of the city of Maumee. The city provides for alternative methods or channels of communication for anybody to express themselves on other topics that are not related to this meeting. The city maintains a website which provides a forum to leave comments or complaints. The council and/or mayor have email addresses posted on the city website where they can be reached. Matters you believe are important to Maumee and complaints may be made through emails as an alternative. Also, website submissions, conversations with council members can also be had, or by mail, actually. We have 4 people that have submitted comment requests tonight. Heather Wiley, if you would come forward, please, and just state your name and where you reside. Welcome, Heather.
Hi, council members. I'm here to talk. I reside in Waterville, but very much so, my children are a part of Lucas County 4-H, which resides here in the city of Maumee at the Lucas County Fairgrounds. I am coming to speak with you today in regards to the parental concern as well as a 4-H advisor concern. A truck show was recently canceled at our fairgrounds, which brings in huge revenue for our 4-H kids and being able to host our fair. I'm coming to you guys just to find out, or at least speak as a parent and an advisor, that as we have further events that come up at the Lucas County Fairgrounds and have to file for permits or have to file for things to go further, that you consider the children. Because a lot of the funding that goes there, we have Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, FFA, 4-H, Ag Society, all of those kids rely on those events held on the property to fund them. I, as an advisor, also have to go out and get donations for the children. Because there is so much backlash between social media, things in the community, things being canceled, things like that, it makes it very hard because the businesses do not come forward to help the children 4-H. So it's very hard for us as volunteers that are not paid positions to come forward for these kids, for helping these kids to fulfill ambitious, non-threatening, non-harmful activities. Let's face it, we have enough stuff that goes on here in the community, not just in Maumee, but in Toledo and other surrounding areas where we have kids that are out doing very harmful, non-positive things. And when we do not have the funding to keep a program that is keeping leaders and community members in a safe atmosphere and doing productive things, then we end up with the non-productive things that trickle their way into Maumee, trickle their way into other areas, and so on and so forth. So I'm pleading as a parent and as an advisor that you consider, when we have events and things that need permits, that this highly impacts the children and the fairgrounds for the kids. That's all.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. If we can respond to you, we'll wait till everybody speaks. Okay. Mr. Cox.
Here we go. Bill Cox, 937 Gibb Street. The other day I had an opportunity to go down River Road doing some stuff, and I stopped by the cemetery over there to just kind of take a look and see what was going on. On my tour of the cemetery, I happened to notice that there were 3 American flags that had been run over by the mowing company and were shredded and laying out in the yard, as well as some of the sticks that supported them. I stopped and took the time to pick them up and so they could be disposed of properly. Along with that, after that, I said, well, I might as well take a look around while I'm here and see. And I noticed that some of the supports for the flags and other markers for the veterans had been run over by the lawnmower company. Along with that, I noticed that some of the items that had been placed on memorials by people, for the people who were there, were also knocked over in the yard. I took the time to straighten the markers and to pick them up and put them back in the stones as they should be. This kind of action, and along with that, I noticed that a lot of the stones were covered up by cut grass and clippings that were laying around and other things. I think as a veteran, a retired veteran of the country, I think that was totally unacceptable to find that kind of action going on by the lawnmowing company. And I thought, well, maybe I'm just being too picky. No. So I went up to the St. Joseph Cemetery and took a look around, very neatly kept, nothing destroyed, nothing bent, no grass on the markers. It was well done. I'd like to request that the company be dismissed that's mowing the grass at the cemetery and that contract be rebid. There's no reason for that. I think that's totally unacceptable. Thank you.
Thanks for your comments, Bill. Appreciate it, Bill. Sherry, John? Sherry?
Before I start, can I just ask for Ted's attention? He keeps playing on his phone.
Go ahead, you have 3 minutes. Go ahead.
Point of order, Mr. Mayor. I watched the last council meeting online and I thought I was watching a remake of Abbott and Costello, who's on first, what's on second. Moving on, I'm going to continue addressing the lies and half-truths that were from the Mirror article and from the last council meeting. Margot, I saved the last 2 ridiculous statements you made for last. Your statement, I have been made aware that some individuals who signed the recall petition have been advised to file harassment claims against me if I simply engage in conversation with them. That statement tells me 2 things. First, they knew who you were, the individuals, and they knew that you contacted people that signed the rental petition, and by calling to verify their name. So actually, your statement was false. When citizens questioned where the petitions were filed, they were informed the BOE and any concerns to contact the BOE and the Secretary of State, which I have done. Never was there any mention of harassment claims. Your statement, I am very concerned about what will happen if multiple new people are installed all at once. There will be a lot of institutional knowledge lost. And then you went on to say, there has been mention of firing all those on the 2nd floor, which is even more concerning situation. You go on to say more, but it's ridiculous and a joke. However, to state firing on the 2nd floor, who, what, and when, has that ever been mentioned by anybody in the recall or associated with the recall? Have you seen the city's organizational chart? The removal of employees came from the person to your left. More importantly, I view your statement as intimidation geared towards city employees and inciting fear of job loss if they should vote in the recall. Now to move on to the man to your left. Mr. Bird, your comment so recklessly in the last council meeting that 2 accidents were from drunk drivers was appalling and slanderous. I contacted both women, Catherine's granddaughter and Suzanne. Both were shocked and upset to hear that it was stated that they were drunk, when in fact, it was a terrible design, probably by you, and unlit road hazard that was the cause. I don't know if you were spouting off from your experience when you hit the medium and took out a tree, but these women were not drinking. I have talked to even.
Are you suggesting I was drunk, Sherry?
No, no.
I can speak.
Yeah. Be accountable for your actions and your poor design. It's unlit. Pull up the police report. It's
right here, 5 of them, 3 drunk drivers, not 2.
Well, you didn't say that.
Thank you.
Anyone who wants to
Thanks
sign
for your
petitions, I've got them outside.
The last one is Aaron Collins, if you would please.
Do I get the 3 minutes back from school for me last month?
If you want to state your name and then where you reside.
Real quick question. Will I get my 3 minutes back if I do that?
We'll start 3 minutes now, Chief. Go ahead.
My name is Aaron Collins. My address is 318 West Harrison. Sorry, that's Margot's. 1118 Hugo Street. We're only getting at Scott's. 640 Bennington Drive. That's Josh's. Patrick, yours is 3128 Stonewall. I'm sorry, there is one. John Biscuit, 1018 Kirk Street. Philip Linebach. Can I not get interrupted, please? This is my time to speak. They're disrupting the meeting.
You say your address?
Philip Linebach, 290 Broadway Street. Ted Kirk, 418 West Dudley. Mr. Barrow, yours is 716 Inwood. And Mr. McDonald, 2222 Linden.
Inwood
I have another sheet. But so speaking of Mr. Birch's address, 3128, when you do a public record request for all police reports for your home, and in the city of Maumee, there are no calls for service whatsoever for your address for anyone throwing garbage on your property, being at your door, following you. If you were so scared for your safety, you would think that, call the police. My address is of no concern to you, and I've said that before. Ohio Supreme Court has ruling on that. McIntyre v. Ohio Election Commission. I've given you a cease and desist letter. I've also given you a notice of intent to sue. I know you have it. I handed it to you personally in the stairwell. Casey, I gave the rest of them to hand out to everybody. I've also emailed to all of them to force these people to give their name and address up. And some of these people are scared of the retaliation from this board is ridiculous, and it's a violation of well-established case law. Keep it up, and everyone that's forced to give out their address will sue. Alan, you recited Ohio Revised Code 4511.251 as the reason to shut down the Northwest Ohio Showdown. Did you read subsection E, or did you just stop and said burnout? Subsection E states, and I quote, "This section does not apply to the competitive operation of vehicles on public or private property when the political subdivision with jurisdiction of the location or owner of the property normally permits such operation thereon." The Lucas County Commissioners own that property, and they have a board that allowed that to happen. For you to shut that down and then to sue them and the event coordinator for $25,000 each is ridiculous. You guys need to get your head out your butts. The people of Maumee are getting angry. Absolutely ridiculous. The amount of money that was lost from that Northwest Ohio Showdown greatly affects this. More than the $25,000 for each of those trying to recuperate. This is insane. Now, what I came here to ask last time before I was thrown out was, Margo, everyone else on the council, you made some statements which I'm still looking into. Would you try to tell who it was that threatened you up here?
None of your business.
We're not having.
Oh, no, it's for later on. You know, I can ask questions if you guys can choose to answer if you'd like. The most important thing is who determines what a robo email is, right? You guys aren't responding to people that send out robo emails. How do you know they're robo emails? Who makes that determination? Does anyone have an answer to that? You can email me. You have my email address. You have my real address, by the way, on the paperwork. I don't live at 555 North Erie Street. That's the police department. That is not my address. I will not give my address ever on this microphone or YouTube. All right, it's not going to happen. Why didn't anyone speak up? None of you spoke up when these people were yelling at me.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Your time's expired. Thank you so much for your thoughts. No more disruptions in the group, please. Thank you. That concludes our comments.
Shut up, Evan. That's nothing in the gallery.
Thank you for your thoughts.
Evan.
Just to try to help answer some of the.
Chief?
Mr. Collins?
Come on.
Mr. Collins?
What? So they can
We're moving on with our business meeting. So to help try to explain, for instance, Shumsky asked about some of the police reports that were down on that island. There actually were 5 police reports that were on that island, and 3 of them were OVIs. And one was a failure to control, and the other was a marked lanes violation. And those are designated police reports. You're welcome to pull those from the police department if you'd like. But there were 3 OVIs on that island, just to help clarify that so you understand that. And also, as far as the rec center is concerned, I certainly do understand the concern with the 4-H. But let me just kind of give you some details about what happened and led up to that. And I certainly support the 4-H wholeheartedly. I go to the fair every year, and that's one of the highlights that I love to see is their auction and the animals that they show and the things that they do. But I would like to clarify recent concerns regarding that truck show. The fairgrounds are zoned residential, and all events there require city approval. The event in question, organized by Mr. Austin Farrell, was originally presented to the city as a standard truck car show. A permit was issued with that understanding to him, with reasonable conditions to ensure the safety of attendees and nearby, prohibiting burnouts, excessive noises, and other high-risk activities, which he proved he did that last year with no permit and did not go by anything the city was asking him to do. He had the event anyway. He